Good morning.
It is the Metro Prime Randomizer Tournament 2025. I'm Drake Post. We got fishing bow and tracking. This is Bello versus SpklJae. Former Mentor Tournament champion. Belokuikuini. No RAs today. This is an Aaron Explosives seed. Gotta point out the time zones here. SpklJae is Australian. I'm Canadian, Bello is French. So we got, I'm in the morning, Bello's in the afternoon, and SpklJae's in the evening right now. So worldwide race going on right now. As usual, the deets can be found in the comments, or excuse me, the chats. Here we go. Alright, we're nice and synced. That's good to see. And fishing boo from Germany, oh boy. Alright. Okay, wow, we are really synced. That is very nicely synced. Love to see it. Alright. The overworld of Talon. Off we go. Space jump first. Good. Bello screwing it up a little bit. I think it's a second try. Alco, what do we have for us? A missile. Not launcher. Okay. Drop down main PBs in landing sites. Okay. Interesting. Bello is skipping hints. I'm not sure how I feel about this. SpklJae failing the dash though. It's not a little unfortunate. I'm gonna ask Bello about this. Bello not getting hints ASAP. Question mark. But yeah, I heard Bra might be able to show up this early. Hopefully he does. I'd love to have him on. If not, that's okay too. I for some reason woke up early today. I did go to bed early, if you guys remember from yesterday's match at 6. I didn't promise that I was going to go to bed. I didn't end up falling asleep that early, but I still went to bed pretty early. Looks like a missile, another missile, and another missile. Okay, so that screams Hive Totem has space jump. In the meantime, Artifact Temple. Well, I gotta pay attention to Ruin Nursery here for a second. Alright, Artifact Temple has a missile as well. What do we got? Ruin Nursery. That will tell us something as well. Missile as well. Pretty sure that can't be anything other than an expansion. So let's get rid of that. Nursery. In the meantime, Bello on the wall. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough to follow. Alright, I'm gonna write down the hints first. And I'll look at Bello's screen later. Ruin Shrine. And I missed the peak. Courtyard. Ruin Courtyard. Main Quarry. Life Grove. Cumon. And Space Jump is, we'll Transport Access North, Missile, okay. And Q Cave. Okay, so, what did I miss? Hive Totem Space Jump, Transport Access North is dead. The wall was a missile, the pipe we don't know, I'm guessing Bell's gonna try it again. Q Cave. Come on. Bella didn't try the strat again. Okay. Not sure that's good. Quarry. Not even gonna bother with TTB, I agree with this. And Courtyard. Where's that? There it is. And Ruin Shrine is an artifact. Alright, Half Pipe is not our missile launcher. Vault Ledge is our missile launcher. Grapple Ledge is not. Thank you, Bello. It was completely unnecessary, but thank you for doing it. Alright, Rune Shrine. That looks like Wave Beam. An Upper Shrine is our artifact. There's Wave Beam. And the alcove. Alright, now I just need to write down Life Grove with the proper coloring and the question mark. Here are the deets. Arties. Oh, we didn't murder the wasp, so we can't do the peak. Looks like not even bothering. Alright. Tower of Light is in logic, Tower Chamber is in logic. Guess we gotta see Morph Ball here soon, eventually. On Tower of Light. Right. Gallery Pipe, I gotta remember to go check that. Tower Chamber Eat? No. Okay, what's in logic here? TTB? Is that it? Yeah, TTB has to be something. It could be either Varia, or Morph Ball, or... I think that's it. It can't be anything else. Could be Supers. That'd be spicy. I want to check the tree in this seed. That would tell you a lot. That would immediately tell you you wanna book it towards TTB. Actually, I mean, you should be booking it towards TTB anyway, but checking the tree is still a good idea on the way over. Don't want to get rid of these bugs because we don't have Morph Ball to tank the damage. Oh, that is Varia? What was that? I think that's a suit. In the tree, we're gonna get another look by SpklJae. Not in the correct spot, though. It'll look a little bit more to the right, I think. Alright, we're grabbing the missile. Nope, never mind, we're not grabbing the missile. Oh! I think that has to be a suit. I just can't be certain which one. Okay, so TTB could be Supers, that would be fun. Into Morph Ball in Magmor, which is never fun. But Bello does still have Artifact Temple to do. And this is where I think he's getting punished for not going to Artifact Temple immediately. Weaving doesn't do anything for us. No, yeah, I think it's just TTB. Alright, we're getting confirmation of where the, where the artifact is. Tower of Light needs to be completed. Oh, and, our seeds, SpklJae is 12th seed and Bello's 13th, so evenly matched based on the seed. Or the seeding, excuse me, but... I don't know, Bello's pretty dang good. Missile. Yep. So TTB is the play. Probably gonna be Supers, but it could just be Morph Ball in the suit. Comes later. Down we go. So we should have Life Grove, Rune Shrine Upper, Rune Courtyard, Qmon, Q Cave, main quarry. Bello doing the Echoes method of getting hints. Oh, this is actually faster than I thought it would be. Okay. Not too bad. I don't know who's ahead. I think whoever gets the TTB first is ahead here. And it's probably looking like it's going to be Bello. Yeah, I would say it's Bello, so I'm going to switch to his audio. Even though we do have Kajam over on SpklJae's side. Okay. Yep. So, TTB we go. Dash. Do we do Root Cave here? I feel like we should have saved this ship and then done Harbor Chamber Wall Crawl. That, I think, would be a little nice. Getting rid of the plant. Good. Uh-oh. Ooh, almost fell. We good, though? This is a worthy sequence break. Now, whether or not we do Arbor Chamber Wall Crawl is another question. We've seen a few too many people soft lock here during this tournament. Oopsie, down we go. Alright, Rook Cave. Give us something fun. Oh, okay. Well, that just gives us access to our thing. Alright, don't soft lock Bello. This is very important. Quick, 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 quick. Very good. Oh, we're doing this method. Interesting. Pretty slow, but it's safe. Oh, wow. That nothing looked invisible. I was like, what in God's name is that? That was incredible. I thought it just didn't exist. I'm like, what? There's, what? Someone already collected the item? Samus just... Someone burgled Samus? Alright, TTV supers. Or Morph Ball. Give me supers, that's more fun. Hey, that's Varia in the tree. That is Varia in the tree. Hopefully. If it's not, if it's just Morph Ball and I'm blind, then... Fun. Meantime, I can go check what Bella saw in the pipe. Alright. Yeah, we'll wait for Belle to get all the way to the tree to pick up Varia to go all the way back to Magmar. That I think was an E-Tank. By the looks of it. I'm gonna double check. Because it was really fast. E. Okay. Everything's clear. Yep, Varia suits. Back to TTB we go. Down to Magmar, where we have... What do we have in Logic? We have... Triclops Pits... Transport Tunnel A... No, we don't. Sorry, excuse me. Warrior Shrine, Fire Shores Lower. That is our available stuff. No. We can't go further into Chozo. We gotta go back to TTB. Oh, SpklJae is making a mistake here. I guess we could check Vault on the way. I appreciate checking Vault, but we need the Morph Ball to get further. Yep, no, we figured it out. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now, what would be really fun is if bombs were in short tunnel. And then we go back to landing site and grab the main PVs. Go back to short tunnel for bombs. Oh boy, that'd be putrid. So yeah, the only question mark I think I have this race is why Bella didn't grab hints earlier, but otherwise the routing is just pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I would have done it any more, like, anything any differently. No, this has to be Morph Ball upcoming. I don't think it can be anything else. We literally have access to nothing without Morph Ball here. Not Lower Fire Shores. So Warrior Shrine Triclops would have to be Morph Ball. That's just the end of the discussion. Like, it can't be a... Like, you need Morph Ball in Rando normal starts. Unless Train Chamber Wall Crawl is logical, which it is not. Alright. I'm gonna probably get the peak. See what we get. Saw something, I just don't know what it was. I guess we'll never know. Alright, short tunnel gives us some good info here. Nope. Alright. If it's grapple, that tells us nothing. We know it can't be. We know it can't be grapple plus plasma plus X-ray because the thermal visor was in Root Cave, and that tells. And yeah, that gives us nothing. All right. Where's Shrine? What do you have for us? E. Ooh. Okay, so Triclops Pit is our... Oh. I don't believe it can be anything else. I don't think it is possible. Nothing in Chozo. Can't go to Frigate Crash Site. Can't go deeper into Chozo. Can't go deeper into... Can't go past Transporter Access North. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Triclops Pit Morph Ball. Which, after that, puts... Let's take a look-see. Lower Shrine and Logic, because we have main PVs. Frigate Crash Sites. I don't believe that was bot. Let me just double check. Yep, that is Morph Ball. Okay. Storage Cavern. Lava Lake is now in Logic. Upper Fiery Shores is now in Logic. Bombs could be there. What else we got? As usual, Zoid Lower, or Zoid Tunnel and Incinerator Drone. Dynamo Lower, Watery Hall Upper, Watery Hall Lower, Watery Hall Access, Phazon Suit in Storage Cavern. Alright. This can quickly turn into a jet speed. After we find bombs, it's just two beam car or two beams. Talking difficult. Life Grove we'd like to have boost, but if these gamers have been practicing, they should be able to do Life Grove Tunnel without it, but it is kind of challenging. It's probably, I would say, the most important trick to learn, I think, if you're an intermediate at this point. I would say Life Grove is very, 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 very scary without boost. So now I guess we go back to Crash, or yeah, go for your Crash Site, definitely, so we can pick up the power bombs. And then back to Chosen. Or we just have a standard, I guess we could do Ruined Shrine. Somehow SpklJae has actually kind of evened this up, despite the fact that they were behind, let's see, maybe about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. Both of them moving. The wave beam doesn't do anything for us until we get grapple. Once we get grapple, then suddenly Magma Pool and Training Chamber get a little spooky. So, off we go to Frigate Crash Site. I'd be shocked if we didn't go to Frigate Crash Site here, and Bella forgetting that... Oh, I guess maybe just doing it for the instant unmorph. That's cute. I'm not sure that's faster. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. No, I don't like this play at all. No, why are we going to... No, I would... This would be okay. No. Okay, this is a huge gamble on the part of SpklJae. Going towards a workstation. It is logical as soon as we find Gravity or Spider, but this is 3 checks, and 2 of them are artifacts. So... yeah, I don't like this at all. Especially considering that we have to grab power bombs. Like, wow, this is a huge risk. It's just workstation. If workstation is nothing, then it's immediately in big trouble. Suddenly we're just behind immediately. Alright, workstation better have something. It does not. Wow, that's... Don't go further. No, we have artifacts there. Frigate Crash Site is nothing. I am stunned by this play. This is a crazy play. Why grab the artifacts now? We can't go further. Is it a save warp? Oh, if this is a save warp, this is genius. I love this. I actually like this. Please save warp. Yes. Never mind. Wonderful. Had me worried there for a second. Had me really worried there for a second. That was very spooky. I do not mind the save warp at all. That is perfectly acceptable. A little conservative on the routing, but there you go. Smooth. Very, very nice. Alright. Our remaining logical checks are in Chozo and Lava Lake and Fire Shores. That's it. We can also now go check what was in Upper Fire Shores on Bella's side. Because Bella peeked it, I didn't notice if SpklJae peeked it. So excuse me, while I wait for Bella to get all the way to Mid-Chozo. Guess we could also do Magma Pull Dash. I don't think that's necessary. But perfectly acceptable as well. Gonna clean up the isolated lower shrine check first. Makes complete sense. And grab the artifacts. I'll try and missile, of course. Alright, back to the VOD. Oh, let me check what Rune found was. Oh, it's a artifact. No. That's a suit? I think? We got another look at it from SpklJae's perspective. After they finish off Lower Shrine and grab the artifact. I wouldn't mind Gathering Hall Peak here from Bella. Not gonna do it. Very rarely Spider Ball. Spider Ball would be nice here. Grab the power bomb though, absolutely. Not echoes. Missile and Upper Water Hall. A launcher on Lich. Vault is being checked here. We're gonna do Lava Lake here. E. Not gonna do Lava Lake. Makes sense. Lower Shrine. Bombs. Boring. Or Lower Dynamo, excuse me. Bombs. Boring. One of these days, Randy's gonna give me bombs in Great Tree Chamber. Alright, back to Upper Fire Shores. What is that? Also. Oh, we're doing this wall crawl. Okay. And I missed what was rune found again. Alright. Take a look at it time. I like this wall crawl. If you can do it quickly, it is definitely worth. Not only bombs are going to actually escape if we mess it up, so... No, I think we're going to bomb jump out. Yep. There we go. Alright. Upper Dynamo. Flamethrower? Yep. Flamethrower. Or Wave Buster with screwed up colors. we're in the wrong room. We gotta transition. There we go. Now we should be good. Oh, that's Ice Beam in Upper Fiery Shores. Oh, I'm glad I looked. That is Ice Beam in Upper Fiery Shores. Meanwhile, lower is water. Nothing. Okay, so Flagra. Furnace lower, furnace upper, crossway no, antechamber yes. But also TTA, Fen, Chapel of the Elders, Ice Ruins, Snope, Fen Canyon. Hey, not much in Fen. I think you do Chozo here. I think you do Zoid. Missile Gathering Hall. Okay, so... Yeah, oh, by the way, that Ice Beam in Upper Fire Shores, that puts Overrun Cavern into logic. Further into Antechamber, we got Hall of the Elders as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just curious what that Rune Fountain was. Let me go check that. I would like to know what Rune Fountain was. Spider Ball, okay. Whatever Rune Fountain is now logic. Random Tunnel, yeah, Spider Ball. Starting to become pretty straightforward. We still like Boost Ball. But Rune Fountain, I would really like to know what was Rune Fountain, please. Very, very important. It's gravity that tells us something. Because Frigate is entirely in logic here, if that's gravity. No, that's a Metroid. Dang it. Dang it, I got excited. Okay. So, Spider Ball puts more of Fen into logic and Upper Dynamo, which we know is dead. It looks like SpklJae soft locked? Uh-oh. Ice Ruins East, Uppers, Spire, Research Lab Hydra. Research Lab Hydra is in logic, but Observatory is not. Mineral Man is available. Yeah, that's right. Now Workstation area is logical because of that spider. So that means Far Fen is in logic. And Backwards Labs included. So Observatory is in logic. Control Tower is not. It is, excuse me. Research Lab Aether, Research Core, Transport Access no, Frost Cave yes, Storage Cave no, Security Cave yes, Gravity Chamber upper and lower, not upper. Mines is in logic, Security Access A, Storage Depot no, Storage Depot A no, Research lower, Storage Depot B no. Yes, we have power bombs, yes. ECA, yes. PPC, yes. Vent Shaft, yes. Central Dynamo, yes. MQA, no. Not with that X-ray. So yeah, a bunch of stuff opened up in logic with those bombs, but I don't know if SpklJae knows about the Ice Beam. I guess I can go check the VOD. Go check SpklJae's VOD. That is very important information to figure out. Did we do the Upper Fire Shores check? That is very, very dodecagiga important. And that determines how we route the sea. Okay, grabbing the item. Nope. We do not know about the Ice Beam. Meanwhile, Lower Furnace, I missed it. Fishing, did you see what was in Lower Furnace? Because I did not. Alright. Upper Furnace. Missile. Next we have the Honey Hot Dog Room. Expansion, thank you. Ooh, is there an argument to be made that we should have gone back for the Ice Beam so that we could do hold the elders, but we can peek it with supers, so it should be okay. Crossway. E. Moving on. Okay. In terms of logic, like, a bunch has opened up, and I think we do Hall the Elders Antechamber. And then we save warp. If we knew how to do Boostless Life Grove, I think we'd do it right now. It'd be a good time to do it. Maybe even a Bar Skip Seed, but there's too much in Fen. And we have the equipment to fight Mineral Man. Okay, so this screams that we're not going to do the peak. Because if we're going to do this strat, we would do it only if we saw something in all the elders. That's a good peak to learn. Ooh, nails the bomb jump. Wow, that was really close. Well done. Very, very good. So not all the elders. Be isolating that. Anti-chamber, what do you have for us? Can't be Ice Beam. Missile. Okay, good. Now we save warp. Ooh, overgrown cavern would be nice to do here. That is painful. But going all the way to Magmore to grab that, that would suck. I guess you could make an argument that you do Zoid. No, but then you never want to come back here again, so I don't know. I actually don't know here. But surely Bello now goes for the Ice Beam. Yeah, we're never coming back to Chozo. I don't believe there's an artifact there. Yep, nope. No reason to come back to Chozo. Unless we are hunting for boost. Main quarry isn't logic. We have the spider, we have the thermal. Off we go. Yeah, something to consider. Yeah, just get a little bit of Chozo. Maybe there's even an argument to be made as soon as you found the spider to just leave immediately. Furnace. An upper furnace. Yeah. There's an argument. It's a little bit aggressive, but there's an argument to do it. Something to consider. Looks like neither Bell or SpklJae have ever considered it. They're just here to check for Chozo. Pretty organic. Gets to open up the barrier. Do activate the Ghost Layer for the rest of Chozo, but we don't really care about that. We just walk past it. I am sad that they did not learn their lesson in the remaster. Because Ghosts and Grapple Pirates they're not fun. They're just not fun. They're just not fun at all. Alright. Off to Fire Shores. TTA. Then we clean up Fen looking for Plasma. Yeah, that is a consideration. Plasma is still unknown. Okay. Crossing this. Oopsie. All of the wave beam shots are missing. Come on. There we go. Very good. Alright, am I right? Dolphin loads. There we go. Indeed I am. Alright. Okay, good. Fortunately, SpklJae is going to have to suffer through the Ghost Layer. But it does open up the barrier, so very good. Hello, hello. Yeah, and I'm not sure that SpklJae knows about the Ice Beam. Actually, no, we know for certain that SpklJae does not know about it. Uh-oh. Yep, that is a concern. Although we should still be going towards Fen here. Actually, should we? Plasma Beam, we were in go mode. Alright, go mode at 33 minutes. Well, okay. I don't know how comfortable Bello is with the Boostless Life Grove. But we have a bunch of checks on the way, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, we are just a boost ball away from go mode. Phazon Suit was Storage Cavern in Magmore. So yeah, pretty jet seed, I think. There's an opportunity here for life growth, for somebody to do life growth without bombs on their way on the way to Farchozo, and then just like pray to find. Right. Ice. New. But yeah, I mean, that's just the entire game open. Not even gonna bother keeping track of logical checks now. It's more a matter of checks that can't be boosted. So, we know. Cargo freight lift is not in logic yet. No, it is. It is in logic, yes, that's right. We have thermal, we have ice, we have wave. Biohazard containment is logical? No. Hydroaxis tunnel is not logical. Great tree chamber is not logical. Life grove tunnel, life grove are not logical. Magma pool is actually not logical. Trading chamber, access trading chamber, no. Logger ghosts, they are logical. No, wait, excuse me, yeah. Lighthouse is logical. We just don't know about it. Alright, first chose ice. Metroid. Plasma processing is not logical. Lava Lake is. Elder Chamber is. Holy Elders is. And what stuff is not logical? Lower Mines is not logical yet, not without X-Ray. Chapel of the Elders is dead. Looks like we're doing Flagra. Okay, the only way this rewards SpklJae is if we find boost. And this is logical, yes. We got ghosts is in logic. Fan, observatory, all this is in logic. Frost cave, security cave, gravity upper and lower. Upper is not in logic. We can say that for certain. Storage depot B is in logic. Yeah, everything else is in logic. So we got lower mines, a little bit of frigate, life grove, magma pool, train chamber loop, plasma processing, gravity chamber upper. Otherwise, everything is in logic. Ice runes east, lower. The fact that Bella's doing this does tell me that we're looking for boost. So boost is our go mode. And we're in go mode. Off we go. There's boost ball. Alright. That is terrible news for SpklJae, as plant gives us nothing. So, yeah. Off we go. So, we go straight to Ruined Courtyard, Quarantine Monitor, Quarantine Cave, Main Quarry, Save Warp, Life Grove, Save Warp. Yeah, very, very straightforward seed. Very jet. Very, very, very jet seed. I believe this is, like, yeah, aside from X-Ray, this is, like, fully we are done, though. Yeah. We can beat the game logically, aside from X-Ray. But, like, we don't need X-Ray, and Thermal's nice to have. Because we can manip the essence without X-Ray, and it's pretty simpler than without Thermal. Yep. So. Alright, Ruined Courtyard for Bello into Qmon. Or into Q Cave, into Qmon. Where, meanwhile, SpklJae, the best that SpklJae can find is nothing. Nothing will help them here. This is kind of a disaster. Not seeing that ice beam, I think, might just be the thing. I will ask SpklJae if they would have done ice beam. If you saw ice beam, would you have done plants? Question mark. Wow, very straightforward scene. Unfortunate. I guess whether or not they do the peak, whether or not they know if the ice beams and fire shores they would do this, really decides the race. And nothing. Sunjammer Ghosts, nothing. We're not even skipping a bell. You're fighting the boss. But all right, fine. Show off. Oh no, we have to. No, okay. Bella doesn't know the. Doesn't know the. No, wait. But why do this? This is silly. Just do the dash. Just finish the boss and then do the dash. This is styling for no reason, I think. Okay, actually no, this probably is faster. Never mind. Don't listen to the commentator. Commentator is a bozo. Commentator does not know what he's talking about. Alright, Mineral Man. Let's see what you got. 5 power bombs. We can blast all 5 of them. Bella does not know my strat. Absolutely not. Nope. Yep. That's unfortunate. Alright, but this does route into Lava Lake, which is a check that's available. It is logical. No, Plasma Processing is now logic. Once we found that boost. But I'm not even going to bother with it. I'm just going to leave it not logical. Because it tells us where boost cannot be. That is the question. Alright, Lava Lake. PB. Alright, you want to lay the power bomb a little bit after the lightning here, I think. If I remember correctly. If I remember my own very own strat. I think that power bomb actually should be good. Nope, not quite. Okay, Thardos is just rolling on top. Sorry. There we go. Alright. I think this race is pretty over at this point, but if SpklJae skips Fire Shores, it is Omega Dodeca Giga over. So yeah, the only question is, where is X-Ray? That's really the only thing. It doesn't really matter, but it would be nice. Alright. One more rock. Nice shot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game's over. Game's over. We skipped ice. Yeah. There's no chance now, I think. If SpklJae does not turn around after TTA, the race is over, I think. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Nope. That's it. Pack it in chat. We're done. The Mineral Man has been defeated. Bella's gonna win this race. I don't imagine it would take several miracles for Bella to lose this race. Those miracles would probably cause Bella to immediately quit the game and never play it ever again. So I highly doubt it happens. But yeah, very, very, very unfortunate. I really do think it's just that one peak. Also, I never got to see what was in the lighthouse, so I guess I might as well check it now while we wait for Bello to go to main quarry. Because main quarry is actually quite a bit away. Actually, wait a second. No, we save warp here. Then I thought I confused main quarry with the main quarry elevator with the PPC elevator. I think here we save warp. I think this is a mistake from Bello. I think you save warp here and do bar skip. But we could also just not bar skip, because bar skips kind of sucks. Actually curious, I'm gonna ask Bello about that. Bello, save warp after Mineral Man, question mark? Alright, SpklJae is ice beam away from go mode, but is gonna probably book it straight to labs. Why am I getting a notification from Discord? Oh, that's what I got. Okay, makes sense. That was confusing. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so. Yeah, just a question of where that is. Okay. So a little unfortunate routing, I think, at the end there, but again, I would probably ask Bello. Oh, wait, whoa. Did I miss my artifacts? Why are we doing this? Or is this just faster than climbing? Okay, just a little faster than climbing. Fair enough. Boombox checks, might as well, just in case X-ray is there. It is not. Yeah, while I wait for Bello to do more of this, I can go check. What was I gonna go check? Lighthouse. That's right. Oh, that's because I was a little curious. A curious little guy. Oopsie, wrong VOD. Alright, this climb. Alright, this part's usually the worst. Nails it. Good. Good. You know, this isn't as slow as I thought it would be. It's not too bad. I think it's still definitely slower, but not horrendous. No, absolutely not. Oh, that answers my question. Never mind. Lighthouse is missing. Okay, all of my questions have been answered. I guess I could speculate on where the Wave Buster and the gravity suit and the X-ray are, and the grapple beam. Quite a few checks. Alright, Bello has got this artifact. I don't believe SpklJae has gotten any others. Nope, yep. We're just waiting for them to find Rune Courtyard. And then off to the front of Life Grove. Right? Yep, okay. I have all my questions. Chat, if you have any questions, there's X-Ray, Speak of the Devil. And it doth appear, Fen Canyon. Okay. But yeah, chat, if you have any questions. My list of questions is Bello not grabbing hints, Jay doing the save warp in Workstation, which is a pretty okay play, but I'm wondering what inspired it. I got worried there for a second. I started panicking. And then my question was, if Jay saw Ice Beam, would they have routed this differently? Because I think, unfortunately, it cost them. Ice turns west is nada. And it looks like we're going to continue on to labs here. We could do artifacts. We could do Mineral Man first. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, Life Grove. Yeah, and then my final question was Bello. Did Bello consider doing bar skip instead of doing PPC? And Rune Courtyard, second artifact for our homie Jay. Bello struggling with Life Grove, as is tradition. Literally, I remember, has it really been 10 years? And there's the dome. I remember Claris decrying this room as the worst room in the game, Life Grove Tunnel. Shout out to Claris, what a legend. I believe she still streams, just not Prime. Alright, Life Grove again? Nope. Good. Alright, we're doing Mineral Man first. Good. Burn your power bombs. All the power bombs. Ice Beam cannot be in mine, so we don't have to worry about power bombs. And Ice Beam cannot be in Farfen. Ice Beam cannot be locked by power bombs, I believe. And I believe the one place that it can be locked by power bombs is Magma Pool, which we have access to Omega drops with these scarabs. Bello now. Going to reflect and pull the save to then beat the video game. Could get cheeky here and check Overgrown Cavern, but I think that's a bit too slow. I think we just go beat the game. Well played by Bello. I think I have 2 complaints. Just why didn't we grab hints earlier? Why we didn't go bar skip, but otherwise excellently played by Bello. As expected from the Mentor Tournament victor. And I'm sure Bello, after a few tournaments, will be enlightening us with Randy's Hellseed Part 2. I would love to see a sequel. For those of you who don't know about that meme, Bello is the inventor of Randy's Hellseed. I do like that SpklJae uses the power bomb. It's always good. Just spam it. So for this phase, you just need to wait for the lightning. Roll up. Not this lightning. Here's the second one. Oh no, it's this lightning right here. Lightning, powerbomb. There you go. And Reggie told me a few races ago. I think it was Reggie. Right? Might have been someone else. I can't remember. Explained to me that the lightning is actually the same particle effect as the wave beam, like the wave beam item. Like you know the hamburger bun and then the lightning in between it. Yeah, that lightning is actually what the Thardus lightning is. All right, Kimon dash. No, gotta bend it. This dash is very easy if you just bend it. A lot of dashes are actually pretty easy if you bend them. Like Mamapool, don't R-dash it, just bend it. You actually want to start it out crooked and then bend it straight. And it'll actually make the dash really easy. And this is an excellent example of that, where you can just, where you can lock onto Mineral Man himself if you're doing this before fighting Mineral Man. Ice Beam was in Upper Fiery Shores. And SpklJae didn't do the peak for Upper Fiery Shores and doesn't know about it. And didn't turn around after, or didn't grab it on the second pass to Magmor. So, yeah. They were already losing. Bella was already significantly ahead. But then just like that, skipping that just sealed the deal. Then Boost Ball was in Upper Ice Runes East. So it was just very linear seed. SpklJae just made some unfortunate choices. And I can't blame them. I guess we'll have to figure out whether or not... I think the Ice Runes... I think the Upper Fire Shores thing is probably just a hot dog. But whether or not they would have routed differently before that, if they knew Upper Ice Runes East was... or excuse me, Fire Shores was Ice Beam. That's an important question I would like to ask. Because they did a bunch of checks. Because even if they got Ice Beam right away, as soon as they knew, like it didn't hot dog Fire Shores, they still would be in trouble. It would be pretty bad. But the fact that they skipped it is pretty much race over. Bella's struggling with Metroid though. Doing a lot of dashes and we're whiffing the snipes. But we're being generous here. Should be one more. Don't miss it this time. Didn't. Good. Nice. I think just barely, yeah. Might just barely be some hour. Don't have Ice Spreader, but we do have supers, so it should be okay. SpklJae probably going to save before going into labs here. And then get punished. That is correct. SpklJae should have 4. Yes. There we go. Alright. I should go back in time, like, pre-Exo Skip world record. How fast Exo is. How fast final bosses are. To get a ballpark. Although there are cutscenes in that, so it might be a little bit wrong. Also, they may not have supers, so yeah, I don't know. Might not be worth it, but definitely probably worth it to do it. Like, I don't know. Who's the best, bro? Who's the best like Exo fighter? Like, who's the fastest Exo times? Because it's not Sam. Sam doesn't fight Exo, so I don't know. And I'm guessing. Nice, good. Probably 2-3. Oh, I just mean a rando because like I'm talking about like how do I estimate when Bella finishes the race? That's the question. Missile and Hydra. That's the question. How do I estimate who's gonna like how long this fight's gonna take? Like how long final bosses last, basically. The guess I've been running with is like 10 minutes, but I'm not actually sure if that's true. I know with Echoes it's about 4 to 5 minutes. That I'm more certain of. Nah, dude, toot your own horn, baby. Like, that's perfectly fine. I'm the best person at fighting Thardus with powerbombs in the game right now, dude. That's just... if I have 6 powerbombs, I'm better than everyone else, dude. Alright. Observatory dash, pretty good. SpklJae playing pretty well, considering the hot dog. The routings make complete sense here. I think maybe doing Thardus after labs was better, but I don't know. That's still a conversation to be had. I'm not confident in my answer on that question. Alright, so basically the next time you race, I will time your fight and then base everybody, yeah. SpklJae a little paranoid about the trigger, but not necessary. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh? Why are we skipping control tower? Oh, did we peek it? That's a peek? I thought it was... Oh, we can peek it that way? Oh, dang. Okay. Did I land? I'm gonna go check. Oh, definitely. Probably saw something there. Yeah, that's... I didn't know you could peek it that way. Okay, 4 minutes? Okay. Thank you. Nothing in research lab. Looks like we're probably just gonna save warp out of observatory. Which is unfortunate because yeah, that's really not good. Really just unfortunate. Alright, reactor core. So yeah, we're bailing out. Yeah, what's in logic? I guess I can check what's in logic for SpklJae. So we have not overgrown cavern, not magma pool. All of the elders no. Plasma processing no. Oh my god, it's literally just Upper Fire Shores, I think. I think it actually is just Upper Fire Shores. Yeah. SpklJae has done everything else. So how long do you say, so like from ship save, bruh, all the way to the death of Essence? How long is that? 10 minutes? While you give me that answer, I'm gonna go look at this peak. Oh, that you stand on the standable there. Okay, yeah, that's a nice peak. That's a really good peak by SpklJae. I think people should copy that. That's actually really nice. Alright, control tower's dead. Yeah, we're going straight back to Fire Shores. That's unfortunate. And I think by the time ice is picked up, the race will be over. Oh no, we're doing Rook Cave. Oh, but it's not logical. And Arbor Chamber's already checked, it was nothing. Yeah, there is a lot of moving parts. I just want to ballpark, because like, I can't quite tell if somebody's going to sub-hour. Because you thought it was going to be a sub-hour, and you're right. Oh, there, yep, there it is. I think we messed up the setup, but that's okay. Just need to get some damage. Or at the very least some, behind. 3D audio, to the left. There it is, yep. Alright, now I think we're confused. SpklJae. Yep, we're not going to Magmore. Oh no. Yep, we've totally hot dogged Fire Shores. Oh boy. Yeah. That's a rough way to end the race. Okay. Thank you, bro. So then 10 minutes is a good ballpark for like a not optimal situation. Maybe 12 if it's like no visors, no boost. Alright, invisible phase. We want to get the most out of this one. But we're not gonna do pull skips here. Right. Yeah, this makes sense. So, bruh, I guess while I'm here, I have to ask you a question. What Bello did in this route, so we had a main quarry artifact and a life grove artifact. And so artifacts were Life Grove, Rune Shrine, Rune Courtyard, Qmon, Q Cave, and main quarry. What Bello did is, did Q Cave, did Mineral Man, and then, oh no, that's where Jay's going. We didn't do this peak. That's unfortunate. Anyway. So Bello, instead of save warping and going to bar skip to grab main quarry artifact last, did it reversed. So took the elevator down after Thardis, workstation, PPC, climbed up mines, did main quarry, then did life grove last and save warped in reflecting pool. Is that better? It kind of feels like that's worse than doing bar skip. I'm pretty sure it is, but I just want to maybe get your thoughts on it while you're here. Meanwhile, SpklJae is now thoroughly lost. The hot dog is real. It's very unfortunate. Alright. Should be finishing things off here. I don't think we even need to do any ones. Yep, indeed. Bella finishes with a time of 59 minutes. SpklJae throws in the towel. Actually, it was race time room of 1 hour and... Oh, no, wait, no. Hold on. No, 59 minutes and 33. Yeah, correct. My bad. Hopefully we can get both runners in. I'm guessing SpklJae is... Yeah, we're going to Magma Pool. Nope, we're not even gonna bother. Alright.
Hello?
Hello, hello, Bella. Welcome, GG's.
GG's.
Hello, SpklJae. Welcome, GG's.
GG.
Would you like to know where Ice Beam is?
I would love to know where Ice Beam is.
Upper Fire Shores.
Oh, you didn't... Oh, no!
Yeah.
Bugger. Ah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
rough.
no!
Yeah, that's rough.
Alex, where was Power Bombs again?
Landing site, I
landing
believe.
site. Yeah.
Landing site. Yeah. Oh, I would have got that and then just kind of gone
Yeah,
straight to
'cause-
Fendrana. Ah, bugger.
Oh, so that's why
Yeah.
you didn't go upper. I thought it was. Did you forget the power bombs were in logic? Is that what the problem was?
I don't know. I
Was it
must have
you
just like
forgot?
I just must have just missed my mind, unfortunately.
No, to be
I
fair, I
know.
think, Bell, I think you were already pretty significantly ahead at that point because and this was the major question, I think the major turning point. You peaked the Ice Beam in Fire Shores. You did the peak.
Yes, I did the peak, but I thought it was X-ray, which is why I didn't go get it earlier.
Task failed successfully.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, hold on. Why would you grab it earlier?
Well, actually, no, good question, because I remember getting bombs pretty early when on my second trip to Chozo. And like I remember thinking, is it Ice Beam? Is it X-ray? Well, I got thermal from Root Cave, so I was thinking, okay, well, I need grapple and X-ray for that to be in logic. And considering Thoris is required, I feel like this has more odds of being X-ray than Ice Beam. And I was betting that Ice Beam was probably going to be somewhere in labs, as it usually is, but it was a pleasant surprise to figure out that was indeed Ice Beam instead of X-ray.
Okay. Because yeah, I went through the VOD and double checked it, and I was like, okay, that's Ice Beam. But like, you only saw it for like a frame, whereas I got to slow it down and frame by frame it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but okay, well, okay. So back to SpklJae, because this was the big question. You guys routed more or less identically. Bello, you didn't grab hints early. SpklJae did.
Mm.
Otherwise, you guys, it was pretty much the same. The question is, after you did Far Chozo Bell, you just save warped and went and grabbed the Ice Beam and then beat the game. Whereas
Yeah.
SpklJae did more of Chozo and then the hot dog, unfortunately. But I'm wondering if you knew the peak, Jay, would you have gone for that Ice Beam immediately after doing Far Chozo, or would you have still done more of Chozo, maybe looking for the boost?
Well, when it came to doing like I assume you mean like going back doing Flagra, etc.,
Yeah,
etc., right?
yeah, because Bell
Well, we
didn't do
had
any of that.
Soups and Spider, and
Ah,
that can kind of mean ghosts, and so I was kind of betting on that. But
but the
yeah,
assumption is like, assuming you knew the peak and you knew the Ice Beam was there, would you have still done
if I
that?
knew the Ice Beam is there, then probably not. I probably would have gone and gotten Beam,
Okay.
because at that I don't recall at that point what the loadout or inventory was, but most of these items were pretty early on, as evidenced by how short of a seed it was. So it's like just get the beams and then get the artifacts, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And then it was like,
yeah.
I'm guessing both of you guys wanted boost ball for life growth. Neither of you were doing.
Yeah, I was slightly concerned to have to relive a traumatic experience in Life Grove Tunnel.
Yeah, I've tried to learn that trick a few times and it breaks my mind. I don't want to bother.
Yeah, no, Life
Until
Grove
I need to
Tunnel
learn
is
that route for
bad.
any percent, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's mostly I don't know if we're talking about the same bomb jump. I'm not talking about the HPBJ. I'm just talking about the boost ball skip for Life Growth Tunnel. Not concerning the not being concerned with the item that is bombable.
Yeah.
I remember a race in the Mentor tournament against Jahava, I think, and I did this trick 5 times. I had to try 5 separate times for it. In one time, I got it, like, I almost got it, but then I got Life Growth Tunneled at the very last ledge and fell down.
I mean, they don't call it worst room in the game for no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. And I also had the pleasure of getting Life Growth Tunnel this seed as well, but
Yeah, a little bit. I think I even gave the story of remembering Claris, like, explaining that Life Growth was the worst room in the game.
yeah.
This is an ancient meme, yeah. I guess another question for you, Jay, is like the other play that interested me, which I still don't know how I feel about it, but you did the workstation save warp. Was that just a conservative check, like assuming, hey, spider's right on the way, I'm gonna check this and then save warp? That was really cool, but I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Well, I was thinking early wave beam, like what's up with that, right? I was certain that it needed to be used for something, and so obviously I'd already done tower and tower chamber, and so I figured it's got to be something, right? Otherwise, why would they bother giving it to us so early?
I think in retrospect, I think I don't like the play mostly because you knew that thermal visor was locked by grapple and X-ray, and those were nowhere to be found. So that was like 3 logical steps you would have had to take. You would have had to find the spider, which you eventually did, find an X-ray, find a grapple, and then then Magwar workstation would have worked out. But I still kind of liked it. I was worried. I was like, oh my god, are we gonna go fight Thardus now? Like, I was like really scared. But yeah, it was interesting. It was kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of doing like Hive Entrance as a play, and then save warping out of.
For what it's worth, I did consider doing Thardus like very early, but nah, not without bombs at least.
Yeah. Speaking of early Bello, you didn't grab hints right away, and I'm curious about that.
So I'm curious about it as well. So my train of thought was, okay, well, that's just an expansion, so it's not logical yet. I was thinking, well, I'm going to get probably like Morph Ball or SJ from Hive Totem, and then it was SJ. So I was thinking, okay, one of the three missiles in Main Plaza has got to be the main missiles, and I'm assuming this was the Vault Ledge, because that's the only one I didn't check. And then I went out of logic into Ruined Shrine, found Wave Beam there, and was thinking, okay, so Morph Ball is probably going to be in Tower Chamber, because that tends to be the case when Wave Beam is early before Morph Ball, and it wasn't. And I was a little scared at this point, and I decided, okay, so I'm going to go back to Artifact Temple. Morph Ball is probably there. It was not there. I was lucky enough, though, that I did remember to check the tree, found Varya in there. I was thinking, okay, well, Super Missile might be in play. I was hoping to find Morph Ball in Transport Tunnel B, but it wasn't. It was Super Missile, so I had to go all the way back to the tree, get Varya Suit, get all the way back to Magmor, and then finally Morph Ball in Triclops Pit.
Yeah.
And both you did about the same thing. Early game, yeah.
It was pretty much. I think the biggest major route divergence, aside from checking Artifact Temple early, was just what you guys did after Antechamber, I believe, or what you did after Show. I can't remember. I think SpklJae did Antechamber. Yeah, what you did after Antechamber was really the major route divergence, and that was pretty much it. But otherwise, you guys routed pretty much identically at that point.
Yeah.
I guess the last question I have for you, Bello, is like, did you consider, after fighting Mineral Man, did you consider save warping and doing bar skip instead of doing PPC up to Quarry up to Life Grove?
Not really, because, well, no, it really just didn't cross my mind, and the fact that I have Spider and that there is a Phase on Mines elevator really close by, it's not that much of a time loss. And I wouldn't have to like backtrack to it. Well, no, if I did the play you suggested, I wouldn't have to backtrack for a save station either. Not sure.
That's what I thought. Okay, so I was just curious because
slower.
Yeah, it's a bit slower, but probably not that big of a deal. And if you run into X-ray, that's nice. So.
But I did finish sub hour though.
Yeah, that was good. You played really well. And this seed was really linear and just, yeah, unfortunately, the upper Fiery Shores, the lack of
Yeah.
knowledge of a peak strikes again, because, like, I think this race would be much more even if, like, we just did that one peak and confirmed it was Ice Beam. I think, like you said,
Oh,
SpklJae,
yeah.
I think this would be way closer. Like, I don't think the difference in time is really communicates. I think it would be much closer if you just knew the peak and that's it. I think you played
Well,
really
I'll
well.
put that next on my list of learn. Speaking of
Yeah.
peaks, the Dynamo peak, I only just learnt that this afternoon, and that's why I was so eager to use it this run. Without
That's
realizing
right.
the bombs would actually be pretty useful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare
Unfortunately.
to do that without bombs.
Yeah. As I said, I just learned it like a few hours ago, so I was like, oh, I've got to use it. Oh, it's really useful. So now I'll put the Fiery Shores peak on my tutorial video list, and
Yeah.
hey, hopefully we'll see a better use of a new strat in the next race.
Yeah. A shame that it was just flamethrower and upper dynamo.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
I felt really glad when I was actually able to peek the item, even without bombs. I was like, no, please, get me up this annoying out of bounds terrain, please. But oh well. And
Yeah.
then when bombs was in there as well, I was annoyed because I was like, if I had gotten the lower dynamo item first and then done the peak,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
that
I
would have
opted
worked
to
out a
do.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I know in the future, if you don't have bombs, do the lower dynamo first, just in case.
Yeah. I wouldn't try a lot of wall crawls without bombs, to be honest.
I think because like at that point I had power bombs, and in my mind power bombs equals bombs light, and so I was
Yeah,
like, I
but
kind of have bombs, so I should do the wall crawl. It's like I
but the
wouldn't do
problem
the root cave either without bombs, just because I can never get on that piece of sandable where you can actually move at the top of root cave. I always have to
yeah.
bomb jump onto the standable stuff.
Yeah, it's usually better to just fall off than accidentally get soft locked.
Well, yeah, I'll just wait till I have bombs. Play it
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. Speaking of that wall crawl, Bro did a timing and found that if you can that it's actually faster to get back in bounds by like having the water hole access room load around you rather than just ceiling warping into. I don't know. That kind of looks scuffed though, so I don't know if it's maybe a good
Yeah.
idea to go for generally,
Yeah,
but like
the ceiling warp is very safe. So
yeah, the ceiling warp is safe.
the,
Yeah.
the slope is nice and steep.
Yeah.
I'll just do it like that.
Yeah, I've never failed it in my 10 attempts before the race. But yeah, it was like I just saw my previous opponent Vanilla Ball do it in his race or their race, and I was like, well, I should learn that. That looks useful.
Yeah.
And so I learned that.
There's another peak that I think could have made a difference in this. Well, I mean, it would have been interesting to see, but the Hall of the Elders peak with super missiles. I think Bello, you could have done it. You would have-
Yeah, right. I
yeah.
just didn't think of it.
Yeah, you know it though, right?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, it is pretty niche.
I know it, but you just reminded me of its existence.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was the only other peak that would have maybe made a difference, but it didn't end up mattering. So, yeah.
There's
Just to give you
also
a logical
an Ice
check here,
Chapel
because
peak, right, with supers.
Yes.
yeah, it's similar. Yeah, except you go into like a corner and then you can see Hall of the Elders item without.
And
ice
it's
beam.
about the screen shake from the missile impact, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'll learn those as well.
Yeah. A fun
I'll come back
note
stronger.
about. Yeah. Oh, and definitely, I think the first thing, actually, like, out of all the things, Fire Shores, yeah, that one's good, but I think the first one definitely, absolutely, is
Ruin Gallery.
Ruin Gallery. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think you did the gallery peak this race, did you?
I don't even know it. No, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah. There's
Oh
a,
wait,
there's a
the
Ruin
Ruin
Gallery.
Gallery. That's the Is that the morph ball one, or is it?
Yeah, it's morph ball
Yeah.
tunnel. You shoot the blast caps. You shoot the blast caps with a missile, and the blast caps explode. They shake the screen. You can see through the wall.
It's on the
see
path
the-
to
see
Hive
the-
Totem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that one's that one's very, very important. It has costed finals matches before. That was
Let
definitely
me
the
take
first
some
one you
notes
learned.
here.
Yeah. I
There's
think
also
Schwartz
one
has
in,
like an entire compendium of peaks that you can do.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I would ask him like maybe even ask around the rando if there's like a complete collection, because there's a bunch of because there's one elite research. They're all over the place. There's like I think Vertigo has uploaded a few. So you might have to like look around, or maybe someone has an entire collection of them, but they're probably the most important, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, Gallery Tunnel absolutely first. Yeah.
Personal recommendation of mine also would be the Research Lab Hydra without supers or X-ray. That one's
that
pretty
one's also
useful
nice.
too.
Yeah. It's a weird morph ball one where you
Keep
morph
hearing
and
that
then,
some
like-
people say it's possible and some people say it's not. So I don't know.
It is possible.
Yeah, that one's definitely
I know
possible. Apparently, you can also do Sam in the middle of a race randomly just like improvised a MQB peak with morph.
Huh.
That one also also exists. I don't know if you ever ended up making a video or if anybody's actually figured that out, but yeah, apparently you can do that as well. The same way you do with Hydra. You just morph and then the camera just whoop right to the thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just to give you a logical note, just the credits showed us grapple beam and MQA. So what the game wanted you to do was to go Fen Canyon, grab a X-ray, go all the way down to Lower Mines to MQA, then come back all the way up to get Root Cave, to then go all the way back to Coordinate Cave to grab your artifact. Randy is kind of fun. Yeah, that was fun. Thank God for tricks, huh? Like,
Yep. Where
That's
would
why
we be
we're
without
here.
him?
But yeah, like pretty straightforward seed. Movement
jet
I think
seeds
was comparable. I think we all were pretty close to movement. It's just yeah, if you like trick knowledge, that'll get you.
Yeah, jet seeds are always stressful.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah, I
the
feel like
slightest route divergence can mean everything.
Yep.
I felt a
And
bit shaky at the beginning of this seed. I was dropping a few things, so the nerves were definitely getting to me because I knew Bello, you were like comparable on the seed list in terms of ranking. So I was like, oh no, this is an important one.
Yeah, I think you seeded
so
higher
props
than
to
me
you.
actually.
Yeah, Bello.
Yeah, one
you're
rank. It was
seeded,
12 versus 13. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, this was the important one. So big
And
props
Bello
to
is a
you.
champion, you guys. Champion of the
Well, I
last Prime tournament, dude.
Mentor tournament.
Bello.
I feel like that's important to point out still.
Ooh,
Yeah.
claim
The
to fame.
mentors, I've never heard of him. Doesn't matter, Bello. You're champion. It's fine.
Mentor? Hardly know her.
Indeed. All right. I don't have any else. You guys have any final thoughts?
Well, just GG's again. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. GG's. Hopefully we can
And,
do another race sometime.
Yeah, and I'm also probably you're also probably gonna see a lot more of me in the next 2 weeks because those are the only 2 races I've done, and I've got 4 left to do. I think 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to hurry with planning.
Speaking of races, we have 1, 2, 3 more today. We have one coming up in 2 hours and 42 minutes. That's Java versus Nurgle on this channel on SpeedGaming. And then 2 hours after that, that's Nye versus TGC, Ginger Chris. That's also on SpeedGaming. Vanilla super damage reduction for Java Nurgle, but nothing for Nye TGC, so pretty standard. Oh, excuse me. No, I missed one. Also, then 2 hours after the Nye TGC one, we have J Java, no worries as well. Tomorrow we have, let me count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds. No, one of them is not going to be restreamed, so 4 seeds. So stay tuned for that. Check out the schedule. Schedule, MPR. Thank you, Fishing Boo, for tracking for me. Follow runners. If that's it from us, I think that's it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next mission.
Yep, see you all next mission. Bye bye.
Bye bye.